Today is supposed to be a great day. I've been working on this boat for months now. Um, First off, it's a '96 Formula 382 SR1, which is a 38-foot Formula with it's got two HP 500s, which are Mercury racing. Mercury's are 502s. They're supposed to be putting out right at 500 horsepower each. So 1,000 horsepower in a 10,000 pound boat. It runs pretty good. Um, anyway, I had Gill performance exhaust on it, and I had a couple cracks in the manifolds, and I found that because I had water in the port motor, port side motor, in the oil. So I dug into it a little bit, found some cracks in the inside or in the headers, which at that point I stopped looking. I just assumed that I had found the problem. I bought a whole new exhaust system, so now I've got captain's call, which you can make it quiet um, if you're coming in late in the evenings or whatever. You make it quieter at least. But at any rate, they're a little bit more high performance, the new exhaust, but I had to cut new holes in the transom, um, fill in the old holes. Anyway, a lot of money, a lot of time. Thought I had the problem fixed. So here we are today, getting ready to put the boat in the water and test it out. I've been without this boat for probably the last 2.5 or 3 years. It's been just sitting in my shop because I drive this boat hard, but I've had some problems with it too. I jumped a huge boat wake, cruiser wake, a couple years back, and it separated the hull. The top half separated from the bottom half. Had to pull out all the interior in the cuddy, refiberglass it, so it's a solid boat now. Stronger than when it was new. Um, and then I've had issues with the drives, and that's jumping waves and stuff. It's hard on them, and so I took on this project. Well, I didn't really have a choice, but decided to do the upholstery at the same time. That's why the engine hatch is not on there. But at any rate, I'm checking the engines out right now, making sure there's no water coming in. That's the port motor firing up right there. And it is idling extremely rough. These motors purr. It is just idling very rough, and it was puffing smoke, which is unheard of for these. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I don't like how it sounds. Starboard and the port motor, I believe, are both fired up right now. Starboard motor is running nice and smooth. Port motor just is running very rough. I'm missing a clamp on the exhaust, waiting for it to come in the mail. While you're hearing some exhaust ticking, but something's not right. Port motor keeps dying, restarting it. It's blowing some smoke. Just not good. Now it really starts blowing smoke. And at this point, I notice there's oily water spraying out of the top of the crankcase, dipstick tube, PVC valve, PCV valve, positive crankcase ventilation. So I shut it off. So it's been running. It idled for what, a total of 2 minutes, I think, there, because some of that was edited out. Less than 2 minutes in the whole oil pan. But the dipstick is full, so the entire engine, where the oil passages is, it's full of oily water now. I was hoping it was a oil cooler on the back side of the motor. So I pulled the motor since this video again. Tested the oil cooler. It's not leaking. So I have yet to dig into it further. I'm just very discouraged at this point. It's either a head gasket, cracked block, or cracked piston, which I don't think it's cracked piston. I think it's probably a block or a head gasket. But yeah, you know, you get a project, you work on it, it just seems to drag on, you lose motivation, and then it becomes more of a project the longer you wait. It's kind of become my nemesis, but the boat is fun to drive when it is running right. Oh my, it's, yeah. Nothing like being on the lake, running 70, 75 miles an hour down the main channel when it's rough as hell out. Okay, here's a picture of both motors. Here's my makeshift engine hoist. Took my Bobcat, put the forks on it, put a cherry picker on the forks, changed it to the forks. That way I could get high enough to raise the motors out. But that's one of the motors out, the port motors out there. And I ended up taking both motors out. But well, I'll let you know what's going on, but thanks for watching.